It hurts. And I can tell that it hurts because you have the Ten of Swords, my love. And I don't just know because of the card, I know because I am there as well. I think collectively this world is at a point where the fabric of our reality is changing, and it's a very uncomfortable process. It's very much like giving birth or having to tear down something that you worked so hard for, something that signified everything that you thought that you wanted, and then realizing that it was all a mirage, it was fake, it was meaningless, it was empty. And that can be a very lonely feeling. I think loss is painful, but there's something about realizing that everything that you wanted or everything that you thought something was is really not that. I think that disillusionment can be such a sobering and empty place because it makes you realize that all of the magic that you were harboring, all of the energy that you were taking in, all of the things that you thought were important really didn't matter, or they did matter, but they weren't what you thought that they were going to be. And I think for you, this Ten of Swords isn't necessarily a betrayal, and maybe it is a betrayal that has made you realize that things weren't the way it was, or maybe you have finally gotten to peek behind the curtain and you're like, what the fuck is going on here? How are these things happening behind the scenes, and how are they dictating our reality, and how have I been a slave to it for my whole life? But first, I want to say, if this is a betrayal or a pain that has been inflicted upon you by another human being, I am so incredibly sorry that this has happened to you. And I'm sorry that you are in this pain, and I'm sorry that you are feeling as if you are dead inside, as if you have washed up on a shore and you don't know where you are. But know that you are still here, that you are still alive, and whatever happened to you isn't anything that you deserved and isn't anything that should have happened to you. But sometimes the universe and fate, our angels, whatever it is that you believe in, sometimes it guides us and it steers us in a way that in the moment feels so incredibly unfair. And sometimes not just in the moment, forever it feels unfair. But I think when we look back on things objectively, we can understand maybe not why we deserved something, but we can understand why something needed to happen for us to finally wake up. But if this is a pain that is coming from within, a pain that is yours and doesn't belong to somebody else, maybe it was a pain that you were born with, maybe it's that really raw, tender part of you that isn't often seen, and maybe that part has been screaming for so long that it's finally coming out. Or maybe you have realized that you have been your own worst enemy your whole entire life, and maybe you always knew that deep down and you joked about it, but now you are realizing how detrimental that really is, and how that can suck and kill your soul, and how you don't deserve that anymore. So this Ten of Swords, my love, this moment that you're experiencing isn't how your life is meant to be. There is a way out of this, but a lot of the times the way out of it is not trying to understand why it happened, but sometimes it's just sitting with the pain. And there's a lot of pain in the world right now. We are seeing a lot of injustices being done all over this world to really innocent people, and you might be one of them, you might know some of them, or you might just bear witness to it all. And that can feel like an agonizing burden to have. But know that in sitting with this and just honoring it, it's more than most people will ever do. And only once we can sit with this pain, this injustice that has happened to us, only once we can sit with that pain and understand it, can we move forward in whatever a call to action to us looks like. And if I'm rambling and not making any sense, I'm sorry, but I feel like you're following. So what I'm trying to say is, whatever this Ten of Swords is for you, sit with it. Just sit with the pain. And you don't have to figure out right away why it happened or what it's meant to show you, but just honor this feeling. Because I think so much of the time when we are on, I almost want to say like damage control, when something bad has happened to us and we're hurt and we're broken inside, we instantly try to fix it and to soothe us, almost like we're a child and we have to become our parent, which is wonderful. You want to parent yourself, but you also don't want to do the thing that has probably been done to you your whole life, which is diminish what you are feeling. So sit with it and hold yourself and tell yourself, yeah, this fucking sucks. And maybe even don't tell yourself anything, just fucking cry it out and feel it and understand it, because only once we can sit with that pain and we let the pain of those swords really dig into us can we begin the work of healing ourselves. Because if we don't let that pain bleed, if we don't let that pain crystallize into something, it will just continue to live inside of us, and other pains will come that will layer on top of it, and we'll keep doing that thing where we try to soothe us to make ourselves feel better. Really, all we are being called to do a lot of the time is just be human and feel the human emotions that have been put inside of us. I feel like so many people are trying to become this spiritually enlightened person that doesn't feel anything, that is able to get through it. Or there's so many people out there that are all about like, yes, you're so magnetic, so long as you're growing, you're magnetic, and this and that. And that's not a bad thing, because just as there are lows in life, there are also highs in life, and there are points in your life where you feel way more radiant and powerful than others. But this whole mindset that to be powerful and radiant and magnetic, you have to be this super positive person that's just, oh, this didn't bother me, or oh, I did my shadow work. No, sometimes being that person is being able to be sovereign and sit with yourself and understand that you are a human being that feels so many emotions, like a whole scale of it, a whole range of it. I'm just saying, like this whole like a rainbow of emotions, and it is okay and important to sit in our low points. Just like our high points are ones that we should bask in and sit in and enjoy, our low points are also ones that we need to learn how to embrace. Because I think sometimes the faster that we can just embrace that we're sad and things fucking suck and that we feel depressed or things aren't unfair, the longer we can just sit with that, I feel like the faster that we can move forward. And what I'm trying to say too is that once we sit with that and we let ourselves be felt and we let our soul be seen, then we can really have that conversation and look at it more clearly as to like, what is it that you want? So if this is a heartbreak, you can really sit with it and be like, how do you truly want to feel? Or if this is a disappointment at where you are in life, then you can really be like, what about this pain feels so soul-sucking? How can I change it? What can I do for myself? And it doesn't have to be, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. It doesn't have to be this like hard, scary thing. And I know it fucking sucks, and I'm not trying to like be preachy, like it doesn't, because I have been here, my love, and it's not a fun place. But this Ten of Swords will pass. And real quick, I just want to draw one more card for maybe what kind of energy we can step more into. So I gave these a really good shuffle before I started the video, but so I'm not going to shuffle for them because I'm not going to waste your time, but I am going to draw one more card. So put your intention into this, and let's see, after this Ten of Swords and we sit with ourselves a little bit, Spirit, what can we expect? Or that was a terrible shuffle, don't judge me on that. Actually, you can judge me. What can we expect going forward? So call. Let's do 3 piles. Which pile do you want me to pick? Choose one. Okay. The 4 of Pentacles. I'm gonna draw one more. The 2 of Swords. Okay. So what you can expect after the Ten of Swords is letting go of the things that you are clinging too tightly to. You're going to be getting some serious truths about what it is in your life that's important to you, and you're going to be getting some truths about things in your life that no longer serve you and you need to let go of. So be honest with yourself about what is no longer serving you, and be able to walk away from this gracefully. Like, walk away from that shore, walk away from those swords, and know that if you don't walk away yourself, the universe is going to pull a fast one on you and like kind of take it away from you. And I'm not saying that in a scary way, but like I said, sometimes the universe gives us the head start of being like, will you make the right choice? And I don't mean right choice, but like, will you honor what you see deep down? Or will I have to kind of give you a nudge in that direction? And I would love for you to be able to take your own nudge. Yeah, the Eight of Cups, baby, that was the last card. I just like, let's draw one more. The Eight of Cups, walk away. Don't let the universe rip it from you. Walk away. Realize what no longer serves you. Realize what doesn't light you up anymore. What have you outgrown? What is no longer meant to be yours? Who is no longer meant to be in your life? Because know that there are rooms that you haven't stepped into yet, full of people that like will fucking love the hell out of you. There are so many people yet that you haven't even met that will be important people in your life. You just can't be afraid to take the step in that direction, okay? And before I get off, I made myself a full moon candle, because if you're watching it today is the full moon in Leo, and the next few days will be in that energy as well. But if you are not watching this during that time, this is timeless, and know that the energy that I have infused into this candle will benefit you at any point. So I'm terrible and I forgot the things, but there's definitely sage, there's rose petals, there's snakeweed, there's yarrow, there's bittersweet, and something else that I'm forgetting. But Leo is all about being yourself, being unapologetically you. It's like the king and queen archetype. Like, think of a lion. So that is the energy that I have put into this, and that is the energy that once I light it, we are going to welcome into our space and into our life. So let Leo work for you. Whatever it is that you have outgrown, whatever it is that is hurting you, that is just, where's my lighter? That is no longer meant to be your burden to carry, let it go, and know that you are stepping into a new timeline that is full of possibilities for you. So I ask our spirit guides, our highest self, our angels, the universe, to come into this space, to infuse our energy. I ask for Leo, the moon, Artemis, Selenite to be in this space. We are blessed. We are protected. We will conquer. And if you are feeling bogged down and burnt down and just broken by all the injustices that are happening in this world, by the terrible things that we are witnessing happen to innocent people, not just in my country or the United States, but all over the world, find out ways, one, to ground yourself, because the enemy doesn't want us grounded. They want us discombobulated and short-circuiting. So find the practices that ground you, even if it's just taking a nice warm shower, a bath, petting your cat, your dog, going for a walk, hanging out with friends, having a cocktail, whatever it is for you, do that. Then whenever you are feeling low or depleted, picture yourself connected to this crystalline grid of magic where other people like me and other like individuals are connected as well. So if you feel like you are running low, tap into the grid and get some of that energy. And if you are having a moment where you feel abundant with love and light and you want to contribute, then you tap into the grid and put that love out there. But know that you can be recharged and you don't have to be by yourself. And then find ways to make a difference. Share your voice online. Be vocal about what is important to you. And then find causes that are legitimate ones that can help whatever it is. So if it's whatever it is, find that and do it. But don't wallow in this feeling of helplessness, because there is so much that we can do. And honestly, just being your best self and putting love out there is a great big step. But right now, we are being asked to step a little further than that, because while love conquers all, love also needs action. So use your voice, be your best self. You are so loved. I am Nathalie. I never introduced myself. I'm Nathalie, and your spirit guides are with you. The universe is with you. You're protected, you're loved, and we will let this shine for the rest of the night, and know that whenever you feel low, you can tap into this energy. It will always be here for you. I love you. Be safe, and I will see you so soon. Please take care of yourself.